Welcome to Big Lake Show Vibes. I am your surprise host, Crim Slim, waiting on that next Lakers win. But we're not talking post-game tonight. No, we are talking about Luka Doncic to the Lake Show. Yes, it's been 24 hours. I needed time to just understand everything that happened, right? Let me break down my evening first, and then we'll get into the details. First of all, I was at the Knicks game. Amazing game. They said it was the most expensive game in the league this season, and I paid for it, right? Damn near $700 for the ticket. 200 level at that. But it was fire, and it was well worth it. LeBron James, triple-double. Max Christie goes off. Rui's hitting, right? Dorian Finney-Smith is hitting. AR-15 is hitting. Great team win over the New York Knicks, who they said would give us work. No AD, no problem. I'm feeling great. I'm recording, right? I'm recording the live as I'm walking out the arena. Everybody's feeling good. All of Laker Nation is feeling amazing. What we're thinking is, we eked out another one with AD out. And when he comes back in, we're rolling. We've got everything we need. I know he's asking for a 5. If we can get a 5, that's nice. But if not, we're good. Max Christie, amazing game. Every piece is falling into place. LeBron James cooking. Even Bronny James got a bucket. That's to set the tone, right? And so I'm on my way back. I get a moment. And I look down at my phone and I get a buzz on the phone. Normal sports alert. So I'm thinking, let me see what stat they're showing off from this Lakers game that I just went to. And I read quickly, like just a quick flash from Lakers trade Anthony Davis. And it's just like, huh? I'm like, NBA Centel almost got me, right? Almost got me. But it was a Bleacher Report notification. So I'm like, it's just strange. But nowhere in my head am I thinking Anthony Davis has been traded, right? Nowhere in my head is that even a legitimate option. This is last night now, right? I could not do the emergency live. It was just too much. I'm talking about just the highs of highs to the lows of lows to the what. So I get the alert from Bleacher Report. It says Shams reported, right? But I've seen it, so I jumped to Shams' page on Twitter. I don't see it. But it's weird like that. So I'm like, okay. Now I'm searching, though. Scroll down like this. It refreshes. When that next refresh hits, it's an ESPN post. And I say, wait a minute. Mind you, this whole time I haven't even seen who he's traded for. It didn't make sense to me. It didn't I didn't really register who he got traded for. And I'm like, wait, the Lakers traded Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. What? What? What is going on right now? It was one of those joints, I felt like I was in a paradox. It was like, woo! I cannot make a graphic that's good enough to express, the situation in the moment when you read it for the very first time. It's like, what? Nah. When it was confirmed, it was just all... every good feeling that I had was gone. Mind you, this is the last time I get to wear the AD jersey. Last time we get to rock the AD. just like that, it was over. It was over. Just like that, in that moment, once I realized that it was legit, it was over. It was over. But now we got a lot to talk about, right? So now that has happened, now I'm starting to assess the situation, right? And I'm saying, okay, all right. It's done, it's done. Ain't no coming back on this thing, right? I'm looking, I'm like, okay, Luka Doncic now I'm seeing we lost Max Christie too. That's my guy, but we'll get back to that. We lost Max Christie and a 2029 first round pick for Luka Magic. I'm like, wait a minute now. AD is kind of hurt. I don't know anything about the Dallas Mavericks right now, right? We only follow the Lake Show. Luka Magic, Markieff Morris, and one other person who is also injured with a foot injury. Let me see. Luka trade. Let's see if we could pull it up again. Kleber. That's what it was. Kleber. Maxi Kleber. Mind you, he's like a power forward. Markieff Morris is like a power forward / center guy. Okay, I like it. Luka Magic, I really like. I look and see he's been injured, though, since December 27th. I said, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, all of this is like real-time processing. I'm like, I don't know enough, right? I'm like, forget Keith Morris, who I think already played with the Lake Show, and forget Kleber. He's got a foot injury. I don't know how long he's going to be out. But now AD for Luka. What am I thinking initially? Initially, I don't like it. Right? AD's been a 30-point scorer. He's the man on defense. I mean, he's the man on defense. Let's just be honest about it. Shot blocking, ridiculous, right? But then I'm like, I've got to rationalize it, right? It's big Lakers nation right here, right? So I take a hit of the plant. Woosah for a second, and I think to myself, wait a minute. We just got Luka Doncic, the 25-year-old phenom, right? Who just went to the NBA Finals. So I'm looking like, why on earth would they trade him? Details are starting to come out. This is why I had to wait a whole day, right? I just needed to understand everything before I got on this camera and started talking. The situation, they say, is the boy Luka don't hustle. He don't work on his body enough, right? Coming in out of shape, work ethic to be questioned, right? They send him over to boot camp. They sent him over to LeBron James. Now, some of the details I'm starting to uncover. I did not know that Luka's idol is LeBron James. I did not know that he tailored his game, well, you could tell, but he tailored his game after LeBron. Point forward, assist, rebound, does it all. Top 5 in the league type, right? Trust me on this. Lakers family, we're going to be okay. If you're wondering what I'm trying to get to, we're going to be okay. But there's a lot of uncertainty at the time of reading this last night, right? So here's what I'm feeling. So now it's still late last night. They just won against the Knicks. We now all know the deal, right? We're looking at the details. Peace out. Hood Schifino, the Utah Jazz got some, I don't know why they was even in it, but whatever. It's the logistics part. But now I'm trying to get the backstory. Like how? Why? What? Let's start with from the Lakers side. Well, let's just talk about in general. This was a general manager to general manager run. Nobody else was involved. As it stated, Clutch wasn't involved. Luka wasn't involved. AD wasn't involved. Bron wasn't involved. Head coaches were not involved. This was a GM to GM move. Come to find out, as we're learning, they've been working on this for 3 to 4 weeks. It's crazy. Crazy. The first time, according to the Mavericks GM, Nico, whatever his name is, he said when he took this to the Mavs owner laughed in his face at this trade. That's how ridiculous it is, right? So nobody could be told about this, because otherwise Bron's spilling the beans, Clutch is spilling the beans, everybody's spilling the beans. It's going on TV, and they're going to be ridiculed on it, and it won't happen. So, in the shadow of shadows, right? We're talking about the darkest of dark alleys. They were meeting up, and they got the deal done. So by the first time you're hearing of this, it's a wrap for everybody, right? Mind you, let's continue to just talk about the Lakers side on this thing. Post-game, LeBron is talking about how important AD is to the team. Yo, we won this game against the Knicks, but there's no replacing Anthony Davis. He's the best player on our team. This is his words. I'm talking about, the deal is probably done. Nobody just knows. Right? So, unbelievable. It's still unbelievable, even 24 hours later. So now, again, we're in fact-finding mode. How? Why? What happened? What's the situation? We now understand on Luka's side, they were not feeling the boy, right? They said he was out of shape. Said he didn't hustle. You know what I'm saying? Said he wasn't taking care of that body. Had to let him go. They say they were not re-upping him. Mind you, there's a report that just came out, too, from the Lakers that said the Lakers did not plan on re-upping Anthony Davis in 2027, whatever that year is. We'll leave that at that. Who knows if that's accurate or not, but there was a report that just came out a couple hours ago. So, what do we know thus far at this point? It's still last night, right? It's still the first night of this thing. Now I'm on every single YouTube page. I'm looking at Lakers Nation, right? I'm on Twitter. I'm checking everything to figure out everything, right? We get no more word. We don't know what's happening with LeBron. We don't know how LeBron feels. So I leave the night figuring I need to know how 4 people feel. Luka, AD, LeBron, and Kyrie. In the morning, I think to myself, I don't give a damn how Kyrie feels. I just don't, right? It's Big Leg Show vibes in this thing. We gotta let this thing go, right? When AD's gone, he's gone. They're gonna have them a little light squad, but we want smoke, right? That's just what it's got to be. It's a business. Speaking of that, that is the exact phrase that came out in regards to LeBron James and Anthony Davis' relationship. We get answers. The next day we get answers, right? LeBron James posts, starts the post again. The first thing is somebody says that there's friction between LeBron and Anthony Davis, hence this little thing. LeBron calls that out on Twitter. That's a fucking lie. But then you start to see LeBron do normal posts, right? Gives AD a little congratulatory, see ya, man, whoa for life. crying emoji, little sad emoji joint. Next post over Savannah. All brown hearts. Right? First post is Bronny James. Him getting a bucket last night. What that told me is LeBron is okay. There were later reports that confirmed LeBron James is locked in past the deadline. I was very worried about that. There were reports coming out that he may go to the Warriors and reports that he might ask for a trade. Now that since nobody told him what was going on, he felt disrespected, but he's the consummate professional. He's never run from a contract, right? If he says he's there for 4 years, he's there for 4 years. And so LeBron James has agreed to rock out with Luka Magic, who he did say, by the way, was one of his favorite players. Now, let's talk about, so that's LeBron, right? Let's now talk about the newest member, Luka Magic. How would he feel after this situation? Number one, he feels very disrespected by the Dallas Mavericks. Trust me, we want smoke, right? We want smoke. My friend, my guy, Luka Magic now got smoke with you, then the Lake Show got smoke with you. That's just what it is. He's a young 25-year-old phenom, right? You know what I'm saying? When AD could not grab the baton, my guy Luka Magic is going to take it and run with it. He's already ready. He's ready. And he plays just like Bron, so it's the perfect handoff. Like, yeah, freight train. Freight train. So, let's talk about him, right? So, back to Luka, a.k.a. newest member of the Lakers. By the way, he's keeping that number 77. Lakers jersey will be bought very soon. Luka Magic posts a picture, screenshot, GM calling him mad times, no answer. But he does answer one phone call from somebody named Big 23 with purple and yellow hearts next to his name. It's a weird name, pause. But you know who he's talking about. That's Goat James. Goat James gave him the call. He answered that. Oh, you answered that from new teammate. You know what Goat James said? Listen, it's business. You know, none of us had any say in this. But you know how we make them pay. You know how we make them pay. We go get that ring. Luka, you was right there. Now you got the king by your side. And at that moment, I knew Luka was down. I know him and Bron had locked in like this, and everything will be all right. So now let's talk about the outlook for the Lakers. Immediately, I thought we lost a lot. I still think we did on defense, right? But what I got to see last night at the Knicks game is, while it's not ideal, in the interim, LeBron can play that 5. Jackson Hayes can play that 5. We can be serviceable at the 5 and still get a W. I seen them shut down Karl Anthony Towns. Completely shut him down. As the boys say, a nothing burger. Fat one. Pause. So, I know we can get the job done, right? It won't be a perfect situation, but we can get the job done. I look at the new backcourt. Luka and AR-15. I'm liking that, right? I'm liking that. Or AR-15 off the bench, 6th man of the year vibes. I'm liking that. Now, we could get another serviceable 5, no doubt about it, right? But let's look at a couple things. LeBron, if there's one problem that Luka had, if that is taking care of your body, eating right, working hard, he's now with his idol, who just so happens to be the number one guy in taking care of yourself. I'm talking about when they talk about it, his name is right there in the picture, right? On the dictionary. It's LeBron James. He's that guy. He's Mr. Take Care of Himself. He's Mr. Vibranium. He's been ready. Perfect matchup. Luka will get to see first man in, last man out. I take care of my body all the time. You don't think this offseason LeBron not going to have Luka in a headlock, training him crazy? By the way, Luka's a killer. Luka is a killer, right? Let's not get it twisted. Luka wants smoke right now. With J.J. Redick at the helm, this is perfect for an offensive, creative mind like J.J. What can you do with LeBron and AD at the top of your offense? On each side, playmaking, shooting, whatever you need, drive to the rim. All options are available from both sides of the court now. What can you do with that, JJ? How creative can you be with that, JJ? And I got faith in him, right? JJ with a game plan is lethal. Lethal. So let's not also forget those other pieces, right? Maxey, I don't know when he gets back. I don't know if Kleber's getting back this year, but a big man technically. Markieff Morris, definitely that Draymond Green type of big man. You know, not the tallest, but he going to hustle. He going to grab some rebounds, and he may hit a shot or two. But we all want smoke. We all want smoke. Hachi's still there. Reeves is still there. It hurt to see Max go. It did. It did. It did. But the pick is still there, right? 2031 pick is still there. We can still make some moves. Gabe Vincent is still a piece. Vando is still a piece. So we out here, man. Lakers are out here scrapping. We're still fifth in the West. Want a nice little win run. The question is, when is Luka getting back now? I had to do my research on this, right? They said he's ramping up. They say he was on one trajectory. This trade happened. He's on a whole new trajectory. Speeding up the process, right? Before All-Star break, he'll be there. He'll be ready to go. By that time, they'll have time to practice. JJ will have time to work on the offense. But there's one thing I do know is once him and GOAT James get in that lab and link up, offense is going to be unstoppable. Offense is going to be unstoppable. Defense, a lot of that is hustle, right? Granted, we will miss AD. There's no doubt about that. We're going to miss AD with the rim protection. But we just got to get a young buck for that, right? We just got to get a young buck for that. He was 32. Now it's time to rationalize this, right? He was 32. He's injured right now. Something with the abs. Groin at... Not good. Mind you, Luka's hurt, but he got 25-year-old hurt. So we'll see. We'll see. Overall, though, I'm feeling good about it. The more I think about it, the better I feel about it. The Lakers are good long term. Long term, we're definitely good. Short term, I think we're good in the sense that it's guaranteed tall ball lineup with Luka and LeBron. Like Luka and LeBron is a 1-2 combo. Everything else can kind of fit into place if we're being real about it. You don't think LeBron is rejuvenated? Got a bone to pick with some people? He probably thinking if I didn't have a no trade clause, they might have traded me too. They trying to usher me out. They done got my replacement already. I'm Billy Goat James. I'm LeGoat. Right? Captain America. We got a new Iron Man. Crazy. I'm going to call him. He might be Thor. He's Thor. AR-15 is still Iron Man. We're cooking. Don't worry about it. We'll be all right. Lakers family. We will be okay. And Rob is still cooking. If it's one thing I know about Rob, he don't just strike once, right? He don't just jab. He throw that jab in the uppercut. It's a combo. Let's have faith. Let's trust and believe in the process. Now to AD. I feel for AD, man. I do. He was just on Shams talking about all I need is a big man. All I need is a 5. We'll be good. Like we were really one piece away from being dominant. If you've seen AD's crib, it's phenomenal. His LA crib is phenomenal. Cars coming up from the ground, all that. The fact that he did not know that this was coming is even worse. The high of highs after watching his team put in work on Cat, on the Knicks, only to be told, I was trying to see, they've got something about Rob Pelinka made 3 calls. Let's see if I can find it. Rob Pelinka made 3 quick calls in succession, sources told ESPN. His first call was a joint call with Anthony Davis and J.J. Redick. Very interesting. His second call was a call to Davis's agent, Rich Paul. Extremely interesting. His third call was a call to LeBron James. That just tells you how ridiculously quiet this was kept. If you can somehow, if after the trade is done, you need to call those people, Anthony Davis, J.J. Redick, Rich Paul, LeBron James, there can be no fault to any players involved. Luka can come in and feel good. There's no beef between Bron and AD, who are brothers. And what's crazy is, if we get a chip, AD gets him another ring. It's got to be that. Let's go get Max Christie a championship ring. It's got to be that. Let's go get Luka not only back to that finals, but get him a championship ring this year. It's got to be that. We didn't just shake up the NBA, the world, to not have chip with dip season continue. It's got to be that. For my final thought, and there's so much still to talk about, right? There's so much still to talk about. But my final thought here for this video is, everything is gonna be all right. Lakers family believe in what we got going on now, right? Just believe in what we got going on. Everything is going to be good. Luka is a top 5 player in the league, in a league where talent trumps all. Forget the numbers. Forget the matchups. Forget the fit. We've got the number 1 glue guy on the planet in LeBron James with one of the youngest, best superstars in the NBA in Luka Doncic. Robbie P., your job is secured. Robbie P., you're back in good graces. And with that, let's get ready for these games. I'm mad they gave us a couple days off, though. I'm mad they gave us a couple days off. I'm ready for action. I'm ready for action right now. Like, when is the next Lakers game? We need to know. Let's check that out before we get out of here. No game. Oh, no, we got a game tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow as in Tuesday. We got a game on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, against the Clippers. Luka is out. Kleber's out. Wood is out. Cam Reddish day to day. But we ready to go. Everything is rejuvenated. We'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? We will be okay. And there are more moves to be made. This is Big Lake Show Vibes. I am your host, Crim Slim, waiting on that next Lakers win, and we do not have to wait long because Tuesday night we're going to get something against the Clippers. This is a team, we you know what I'm saying, minus Max Christie, which will hurt. This is business as usual right now, right? Let's go get it done. We out.